and welcome back for the fourth Advent Seedling. My name is Stefanie Bieber. I'm a harp player and harp teacher from Frankfurt, and I have developed an idea of seedlings on the one hand, and you have met 3 examples for what a seedling is or could be, and how you could even combine different ideas, 2 new seedling ideas. And now in this last part, I want to show you another thing that I have developed and that I am teaching also in my Ko-fi channel, in my Ko-fi membership. And this is the bigger membership tier. It's about sound baths. And sound baths are more complex seedlings. Sound baths are chord-based, chord and pattern-based ideas that give you another framework for free play. But we have more structure, even more structure in that. And it's all about starting to maybe also think in chords, but don't overthink. Let's see. I have taken again the chord progression of the piece Winter Sprouts, but you could use any chord progression for this idea, and I will show you the idea now. My harp still is in the key of C major. That means E, A, and B levels are up, and I'm doing the following pattern. When I start with the chord on C, I take my second finger, left hand, and put it to the root note of the chord C. And with my third finger, I take the third note of the chord, which is E. And with my second finger, I take the fifth note of the chord, which is G in this case. And with my thumb, I go back to the root note, but 1 octave higher. And if you know about something about chords already, you will see this is a C chord with the doubled root note with the octave up here. And now I have a shape pattern, which is left hand root note, right hand first inversion of the C chord. If you don't know anything about inversions, this is just a term. A name for it. You also could keep in mind 1 string free here and 1 string free here and 2 strings free here, and this is the shape image. And now the picking pattern is upwards like this. Okay. This is not so difficult, I would say. And now comes something which is typical for sound bath. My left hand crosses the right hand and goes to any note above the right hand. Let's say to the next note, which is the D. Okay? So why don't I do it like this? Because this note up here is the beginning of freedom. Because now you can choose any of these notes, and the pattern is not finished yet. Let's see. I'm doing it like this. I'm going up here, and then I play my right hand, same notes, downwards again. Okay? So we have and this would be a 4/4 measure, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you could even use that as an accompaniment pattern if you want to sing a melody in a 4/4 measure. And if you need a chord change, you only use first half of the pattern, and then you have a half bar pattern. Okay? But now comes the freedom. I can prolong the pattern by playing more than only 1 time up here. And I will walk upwards stepwise. So I have chosen any 3 notes up here, but after each note that I play up here, I play these 3 notes downwards. You also could play them upwards, that doesn't matter, it's just a variation. And then I go back to the low note, in case I want to stay on C and want to explore the options that I have on the C chord. And you see that I always play 3 notes up here and not more, but you might give it a try. Let's play 4 notes up here. Can you feel that this sounds a bit asymmetric? It's a bit unusual because if we count 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and suddenly we have more than 4 beats. We have 6 beats. And that makes it a bit interesting maybe. I wouldn't say bad. Unusual. Of course you can do it, but if you want to stick to a 4/4 measure as a framework, then you do only 3 notes and then you have 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you go back to the low note. Okay? So this was basically the idea. This is the sound bath pattern. So the fingering shape is root note down here, first inversion in the right hand, and then single notes in the left hand 3 times, always followed by the 3 notes in the right hand. The picking pattern is upwards first, then a single note, and then right hand downwards, single note, downwards, single note and downwards. That's the picking pattern. So sound baths are a combination of several kinds of patterns: fingering patterns, fingering shapes, picking patterns, and rhythm patterns. Of course, we could play another rhythm like, and that would be a different rhythmic idea. But for now I have chosen a very simple rhythmic idea. Okay, and then when you have explored the possibilities, the options on the C chord, then you could move on to the F chord. And there you find the same fingering shape. Look at that. It's 1 string free, 1 string free here, 2 strings free here. And it's root note F and first inversion of the F chord in the right hand. And so on. Okay, so then you can explore the field of the F chord. And then you can shift the whole pattern to the position of the G chord. So that would be this. Root note G, and then here first inversion of the G chord. You see the same picture: 1 string free, 1 string free, 2 strings free, and do the same here. And I will give you another idea for this, what happens up here. Instead of playing only 1 note, you also might try to play thirds. That's another fingering shape for the upper region, and that would sound like that. Now what makes this, if you suddenly start using a third up here, it makes the music wider, maybe more like Christmas, in case you celebrate Christmas, or whatever you celebrate at this time of the year. And Of course, when going back to C, you also could think about, instead of playing thirds always work fine, you also could try 6. Let's see. Like this. And so on. 6 are even more, I'm missing the word. You know what I mean. 6. Okay? So thirds are, oh wow, and 6 are, oh wow. Okay, you also could try octaves. Let's see how that would work. And maybe then it's a good idea to go an octave lower here, because otherwise you don't have enough space up here. Oops, sorry. Also a beautiful effect. So try all kinds of interval shapes, and you will find out that other interval shapes don't work as well. You also could even try to use triad shapes up here. Let's see how that sounds. I'm getting creative now. Wow, great. Even bigger. I'm using a first inversion shape now, but you also could use the root position of a triad, or the second inversion, or any other shape. This is what you might explore during the next period of time. But don't try too much in a too short period of time, because then you cannot make a deep experience that makes you grow. And growing growing is another word for learning. And for learning you need small units, few ideas, but going deep into them, exploring them from all sides, and that makes it stick better. Because if you try too much at once, then you will have a lot of experience, but you cannot remember it because it was too much. So I gave you a lot of ideas, and if you are curious to get even more ideas in this style of working, or I would say playing the harp, then you are very welcome to give the membership on my Ko-fi channel a try. You can cancel every month, so it's no risk for you. And maybe this might be your pact for the coming year. I will be a member of the Harp Seedling and Sound Baths on Stefanie's Ko-fi page for 1 month. And then after 1 month, you can see if it worked for you, or if you want to change something, or if you want to do something completely different, whatever. And so you can decide from month to month what you want to do next. And if you want me to guide you a bit through this process of playing your harp and growing by playing instead of growing by working hard. And I also would like to invite you to subscribe to my English newsletter, and there will be a link below this video where you can subscribe, because there, if you subscribe, you will get 4 video tutorials for free about another sound bath, which I call a paddling pool. And there's also something for double string players, as is on my Ko-fi channel, because there is also a membership tier for double string players. Isn't that great? Because I'm also an enthusiastic double string player. So that was it. And I hope you enjoyed it so far. I would be very glad to see you in my Facebook group, to share your experiences, to ask questions, to see what other people experimented with these ideas and so on. You will also find a link for that under this video too. And yeah, have a happy Merry Christmas in case you celebrate Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, maybe you celebrate something else. It might be midwinter, it might be a shamanic celebration, it might be a Jewish festivity, it might be, I don't know what else people are celebrating around this time of year, but it's a very celebrative time of the year. And if you don't celebrate anything, then celebrate life. Play the harp for yourself, for your enjoyment, and for other people, to make the world a better place. And I hope to see you maybe on Ko-fi, maybe somewhere else, on Facebook or wherever you want. And goodbye. See you, hopefully. All the best.